Bienvenidos, hermanas de color. Recuerdan que los amamos mucho y tu voz importa.
For those of us that don't speak Spanish, what Gloria is saying, welcome, sisters of color. Remember, we love you very much, and your voice matters.
Yes.
So, hey guys, it is PM Mathis, your global indie author distributor.
And I'm Gloria Miller. It's so good to be with you today.
And we are
Sisters of Color.
We are so glad that you stopped by today, right? We are continuing on with trying to motivate you and encourage you in this month of love. Mm-hmm. But we're going to hit a hard topic today, something that you may not want to look at, but is very beneficial to you. Mm-hmm. But before we get started, we have to talk to you about our agendas, right?
Yes.
And let me remind you again, I know you're probably saying, okay, my God, Pam, why are you still reading? I'm telling y'all, at this stage in my life, don't judge me. I ain't trying to remember too much, right? But these props are necessary, right? Because Gloria drops little nuggets that I need to write down, and I drop nuggets that she needs to write down. And we want to encourage you to have a notebook while you're listening to us, so you can write down those things that are beneficial to you, right?
Right.
And we want to remind you, too, that we are going to come on with you for Valentine's Day and have a, like a little date, a little get together for those of us. I mean, Gloria has a Valentine. I'm still waiting on mine to come. But we want to celebrate with you, spend some time with you on Valentine's Day. Right. And I almost forgot again. Will you do us a favor? Subscribe, like, and share. Hit the notification bell and leave your girls a comment. So that way we know that what we're offering you is beneficial to you, that we're showing up in the ways and in the space that you need us to, that we're giving you the right kind of encouragement. Because if you don't let us know, we won't know, right? We don't know what our conversations, although we have conversations just because we have conversations, but we want to kind of direct them to be beneficial to you, because you're stopping by and you're listening, right? This is not just about us. It can be. I try not to make my life about me, but it can be. But that's why I'm trying to spend some time with you, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So on to the agendas. Okay. All right. So we want to always suggest to you to use your voice. Why? Because it matters, right?
Yes, it does.
We are sitting in a time where we need to be heard. Those of us that have some wisdom, that have some experiences, we need to help this next generation.
Yes,
we need to steer them in a way that, sometimes those that are older than us don't quite understand what's going on, because they are just driving this world, this train, however you want to put it, in a direction that none of us can quite understand.
Exactly.
Okay? But those of us that live in the real world, not in this made-up reality, right? We have some words of wisdom to share, right? And so that's what we want to offer you and the next generation, because maybe sometimes you don't know how you should use your voice and whether it's even worth hearing. Yes, it is. We need you. Okay?
Yes.
You're not dead yet. Okay. That you walk away always feeling seen, heard, and understood. That is our ultimate goal, right? In every conversation that we have. That perfection is not a thing. It is really not a thing. That life is messy, but it can be fun.
Exactly.
Okay? Point number 4, that you realize that there truly is a power in having a conversation, right?
Yes.
Because even when you have to have those conversations with yourself, you have to look in the mirror and say, yes, my body has matured in ways I did not want it to. I'm still cute. Okay?
And we're still here. We're still here. We can offer, valuable things to the world. Yeah.
Get up and do something.
Yes.
Okay? That's what we're saying.
Yes.
All right. And then finally, point number 5, it really does matter, little acts of kindness. And I always forget this part, but what we're trying to do is based on Titus 2:4, right? Which encourages us to train up the young women to love their husbands and their children. And I'm going to add this little piece, and themselves.
Yes.
We want to encourage every one of you ladies to make sure that while you're adding value to other people, you got to give some back to yourself.
Yes.
Okay? Because you cannot take care of, you can't save, you can't nurture, you can't do nothing for nobody if your health ain't in check. If you don't feel beautiful, and if you don't feel cute, right?
Right, exactly, that's true.
I mean, everybody can't look like me and Gloria, but y'all can do what you can. Okay.
Well, we want to always keep our love tank full. we always want to do that.
That's important.
Yes,
that's important.
It's very important.
And it starts where, Gloria? It starts here.
Exactly.
And then it rests here.
Yes,
right?
It does.
Because nobody can tell
right
you you're beautiful unless you believe it. You
Mm-hmm.
can't feel it. You can't walk in it. You can't claim it as your own.
Right.
You can't walk into a room and claim it unless
Right.
you feel like you own it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that
Yes.
starts with you. It don't
Right.
have nothing with me and Gloria telling y'all nothing.
Exactly.
Even though that we're here to have a conversation with you. But we can't make that happen for you. You have to mentally and physically know that you're on point today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's raining and it's dreary outside today, but we still coming with some laughter. We coming with some joy.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. And there's a difference when we have God's confidence about ourselves, not arrogance, confidence
Never that. Right.
from God.
That's
and
good,
there's
Gloria.
a difference.
That's a nugget to be written.
And there's a difference in that. And
Absolutely.
people are going to see that.
And they feel it.
And they feel it too. Yeah, that's true.
All right, so Gloria's going to give you our disclaimer. Why? Because like we always say, don't come to us clowning. Don't come to us clowning. Okay?
Right. We are not doctors and hold no degrees, so we cannot offer you any cures or diagnosis of any kind. If you need professional help, we advise you to seek it out. What we offer is conversation and comforting voices.
That's it. So continue on with our theme for the love month, right? Because this is absolutely the best month, I think.
That is. It is.
And then it's Black History Month. So you know your girls.
Well, there you go. Hey.
Your girls chocolate.
That's a double bonus.
That's a double bonus.
Yes.
And I'm gonna jump on in the Facebook group and do something, I don't know, that inspire you, that has something to do with Black history. I might write a little piece because I know y'all love to hear my voice. Okay. All right. So today we're talking about friendships that need to end. And I know you're probably saying, Pam, how does that have to do with love? Well, it has to do a lot with love. Yeah. First and foremost, loving yourself. Because you know what? Sometimes having those people in your life that serve you no good, that are causing you to do things and say things and show up in places that you wouldn't necessarily do that, you need to let those people go. That is absolutely you loving yourself. And let's just take it a step further. What is God telling you? What is he saying to you?
Exactly.
How is he directing you to move in this new year, right? In this part of your life, you know what I'm saying? Where you sit right now. Is that person or people, relatives or friends, are they really needed? And do they celebrate you? Do they make you feel good about yourself? Right.
And that's what we need, is someone that uplifts us, edifies us, that actually, no matter, that we can go to no matter what. They can see the good, bad, and the ugly, as they say. They can see it all.
And they love you anyway.
And they still love you anyway. They don't judge. They're just there to love you and just to hear you and value you.
Right.
That's
because we've seen the worst of each other. I mean, it could be a lot worse, but we've seen some ugly pieces of each other as friends, right?
Right.
We've had to do the ugly cry. Yeah. We've been, you know what I'm saying? I've been in a tug of war with God. You know what I'm saying? And Gloria's trying to get me out of that, trying to help me understand that's not the position I need to be in. So, but it's beneficial for both sides, right?
Exactly.
We try to speak life. We try to be encouraging. We try to show up for each other in a positive way.
Amen.
Those people that are talking to you or talking behind your back, because those are the worst kind of friends, right?
Those are.
I need you to tell me in my face that I'm doing wrong today. And I would take that much better than you talking about me behind my back. So what we're encouraging you to do, and I know that being older, you should already know this, but sometimes that don't mean, just because age don't mean that we have wisdom. Okay.
Exactly.
We want you to be able to really truly look at what somebody's offering to you. What are they pouring into your life? Is it something that you can let's just take it a little step further. Is it something that you can give your kids? Because if it's nothing that you can give your babies, then it doesn't need to be in your life.
Exactly.
Because what your kids see you do is what they do, not so much what you say out your mouth.
Exactly.
We are the examples. We are the keepers. We are the lovers in our home. And so how things play out is how we set them.
Exactly. Like Miss Phyllis used to say, that we're the temperature control in our home.
That's it.
And temperature control is based on what we allow in our homes.
Girl, that's good.
What kind of people we allow, what kind of, what people speak when we're in our homes, all that kind of thing is what we actually, say it's okay to be in our homes, but guess what? You have to be, just a warrior about your home and about the temperature in your home.
Shame the devil.
Exactly. So I'm just saying that's what we need to be, ladies, because a lot of times we let things, like we're talking about relations that should end, relationships
don't call
that
them to the carpet. Don't call them to the carpet, Gloria.
And people that should have been long gone out of our lives. And sometimes it's sad to say, but sometimes it's family members. Sometimes it's family members that you have to say, you have to just pray for them, and love them from a distance.
Girl,
not be around. Not be around.
We're not saying that you should hate anybody, because that's not that's not the advice that Christ would give, right? But you do for your own sanity, for your own sake.
Right.
Why would you allow something or somebody steal your joy? Does that even make sense?
Yeah.
Would you allow somebody to steal the joy of your kids? Because if you don't tend to you, then that affects them.
Exactly.
Right? And so what we're talking about goes way beyond just this superficial stuff.
Right.
It is a deep knowing. It is a constantly having to look at yourself in the mirror and put yourself down based on what somebody else says.
Exactly.
Or what somebody else has done or not done for you.
Right.
That is absolutely lunacy.
Right.
I'm not trying to speak nothing bad of y'all, not trying to be, hypocritical or judgmental, but I can be. But I'm just trying to tell you that doesn't even make sense.
Right. and ladies, please don't stuff it down and think that that your kids or no one's going to see it. And you're like, oh, it's down here. Nobody can see it. I can still smile and be joyful outside,
Girl,
but you're stuffing it down here. Don't think they don't know, because your kids and those that are close to you are going to know. They know the truth. They know you. So
that is absolute. Girl, let me give an example. True. That is so true of what Gloria is talking about, because the lady I call my little spiritual mother, my missionist, right? So of all the people in the world, it's not like I can fake it in front of her, right? So I remember having a conversation with her. Now it's been a minute ago, where she was talking to me. We were, because she is my sounding board. She is the one that can actually look at me and tell me, Pam, that's not good, right? That is not even of God. Now, I'm trying to tell you, Pam, don't leave in the comments, Pam, hey, we got that, I'm saying that is not, I didn't say you could do this. I said my Miss Eunice, okay? So don't try to check me, is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so she told me, she's like, well, I noticed what Gloria's talking about, that your joy was gone, that there was no smile. You know what I'm saying? Like we can try to put on a fake smile, and we can try to think that, this is not bothering me and the rest of the world don't see it, but that's a lie, and that's a trick of the enemy when somebody really cares about you. When somebody really has your best interest at heart, they can see those things. So why fake it through life? Now, I'm telling you this from a person that puts a smile on her face and fixes it up and just looks cute. And I know you're probably saying, Pam, oh my God, you just look cute all the time. We wouldn't even know. I know. That's what we're talking about. Yes. That's the stuff that we're talking about, that we are too old, too wise, too discerning to keep doing.
Yes.
Because like we were talking about, today in the Word, right? Leftovers, we don't live on leftovers. What is God doing for you today?
Exactly.
Absolutely. You have to ask yourself the question, am I existing on what God did yesterday? Or is there a miracle? Is there something? Is he giving me love, joy, peace today? What is God giving you? And if you can't say that somebody being in your life adds that to you.
And I remember Yana Van Zanten, I think we talked about this before, when she talks about relationships. She sometimes is talking about marriages, but then she says across the board it could be relationships. Don't be a Lunchable. We're a full course meal, and that means what the difference is that don't let people just be just that little bit of negativity, I guess, or that little bit, and then they pour themselves out onto you, but yet they don't. Good. But then they don't hear you when you try to pour out to them. That's not a friend. That's not a friend. A friend is someone that's a give and take, right?
Right.
And like I said, and then a full course meal, of course, that's what me and Pam are.
Right.
We have that friendship. we have that friendship that we're there fully for each other.
And even if it gets nasty.
And even if it gets ugly, nasty, whatever, like we talk about the ugly cry and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So understand that we have more value than just being that lunchable, right? We have more value than that.
That's good.
So just always just root that. Like we talk about, root it up here and rest it on your heart.
That's good.
Because you need to know that that's who you are and that's who God made us to be.
That's absolutely wonderful.
Yes.
And what Gloria is saying is absolutely true, because all it takes is a little bit of negativity. It'll spoil your whole day.
Right.
It'll spoil your whole life, because you'd be like thinking, why did they say that? Why did they feel that way about me? But you know what? Here's the thing. If you can truly see yourself as God sees you, there's absolutely no way that nobody, no situation could hurt you. Now, I'm not saying that it won't knock you. It won't knock you back a little bit. But then you have to truly understand who you are in God. And you know, the nuggets that we drop, that we hear from other people, like you know, Jan Van Zandt, or you know, our pastors, or R.C. Blakes, that means that we're trying to learn some things.
Yes.
Can we encourage you to try to learn some things? Not what mama said, not what daddy did. You got to sometimes get outside your circle, outside of the noise that you hear from those that are family or friends, or what they've always done. If you want to do something different, if you want 2022 to be a little bit different, you're going to have to do some different things.
Exactly. And sometimes disconnecting from social media, because just like Pastor Josh was talking about today, sometimes we have to understand that what we see on social media and families just looking perfect and perfect smile, perfect everything.
Y'all know that ain't
we
real.
don't know. We know that's not true. We know that's just a highlight reel. So we need to understand that people are real. People have weaknesses. People have journeys. People have, and not always looking pretty. So we need to understand that, and we need to realize that every journey is different for each of us, right? We just all know that we have a God that walks with us every step of the way.
Absolutely. Yeah. And in whatever he's telling you to do, however he's telling you to get there. Now, what we're talking to you is about the tip of the iceberg, right? We're asking you to really look at some, really, let's just take this a step back. What kind of friend are you to yourself?
That's right. That's good.
Right?
That's true, yes.
Because then that's what comes into your life. That's what you expect other people to be.
Oh, that's good, yes.
So if you can, because I'm always telling myself, as much as I love Gloria and as much as I love my friends, and as much as they pour into my life, but I am my best friend.
Yes.
Right? How I see myself, how I show up in the world, how I connect with other people is really where it matters. Right? Because why? Because you've got to have a conversation with God. You've got to know how he sees you. And God absolutely adores you.
Exactly.
He is in love with them.
Exactly.
Right? Just like he's in love with me. But do you claim it? Do you walk in it? Can you absolutely say that out of your mouth with confidence? That's where it matters. Right? It doesn't matter what I'm saying to you and how I want this so much for you. It doesn't matter how much Gloria wants it for you. It doesn't matter how many times we show up and tell you, oh my God, you are so loved. You are so blessed. You have to believe it.
Right. Exactly.
Right. And then those are the people that will be drawn to you. And people are drawn to me. I don't even want them to be. Okay. But they seem to be. I don't know why. Okay. But anyway.
She has an infectious laugh though. She does, because seriously, I could be having the worst day ever, but if I hear Pam laugh, I just automatically start laughing. Actually, my sons say the same thing when they're around her. They go, I just love her laugh.
Praise God, And listen, it's nothing that I just try to do personally, because if you was to really know me, on any given day, I struggle to get out of the bed. Right. Okay? Yeah. But it's always what God can do. Right? Exactly. It's always how he shows up, because I am used because of him. Amen. I show up because of him. It has absolutely nothing to do with him, because if on any given day, if I saw you in the street, I ain't trying to talk to you. I ain't trying to talk to you. Okay? I'm just going to shut it down. I ain't trying to do that. I ain't even talking about because we're in the midst of COVID. I'm just talking about because I don't really want to have a conversation with you. Okay? But because I know who God is, and because I
Yes.
know what God wants me to do, and I know because God lives inside of me, I can have that conversation with you, and it don't demean me. It doesn't even demean me when I encourage you, right? So if you see somebody, because my daughter's always telling me, Mommy, tell them that you like this or that. I'm not doing it, because then it leads into a conversation. But anyway, if I see you out there and
she's getting better. She's getting better. I've seen her. She's getting better though.
It's not that I'm not getting better, but every time, because there are a lot of things I see out here. But if I stopped and had every conversation about every cute thing I listen, I would be out there too long. It's almost like that scene from oh my God, I can't even think of the show now. With Sheldon on it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, well anyway, this sitcom, his name is Sheldon, and so he was like in his head and having a bad day or going through some things, and his mother was like, don't talk to him, don't say anything to him, because you'll spook him. And so one of his friends said something, and he just took off running. And see, that's how it really plays in my head generally. You know what I'm saying? Because I can have a conversation with you, then all of a sudden I'm like, okay.
Well, see, and this is the thing, and it's funny how opposites attract, because my husband is kind of like they're like brother and sister. Right. They really are. But you know what? He's the most. That way. But they have the most loving, kind, compassionate heart. Mm-hmm. I mean. And what I'm saying is that they do love people. They just approach people differently than I would. Me, I'm just out.
She's just out there.
I'm just out there.
She likes to hug on everybody. She's talking to everybody. Because like even at church, I'm like, where's Gloria? Oh my God. She just, because I'm
over hugging everybody.
She's just talking to everybody.
And talking to everybody. Mm-mm. But you know what? But that's okay though, because that's how God made us, right? We need to be our authentic selves. Mm-hmm. And we all have different talents. And we all have different gifts that God's given us, but we still get to the end result, right? We still are right there. That's good. Yeah.
Because the end result is loving people, right?
Exactly.
And however that looks like for you, however that needs to show up in your life, and however you need to express that to people, that is you.
Right.
And we want you to be authentic, right?
Yes.
Because what you see in me is what you always gonna see. Mm-hmm. I don't really change much. Right, I don't really try to sugarcoat nothing. Right. I'm not trying to just be your friend just to say I've got 100 friends or 1,000 friends on Facebook.
Exactly.
And I do vetting.
Right.
So, So when you try to reach out, I'm just saying, this is a little side note. You try to reach out to me on Facebook, I'm vetting. I'm trying to look at your page and see what's going on with you. And please let me tell you, if you don't have no picture, don't try to send me a friend request. Okay, that's just a little side note. That has nothing to do, but I'm just saying, because we're talking about friendships, right? And you know that these people online ain't your friends like that. I mean, yes, me and Gloria are friends, and we're actually friends. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even though we're friends on Facebook, we're literally friends.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a lot of people that are friends with me on Facebook. Don't know these people. You know what I'm saying? But because there was a connection of some kind, I was in a group, they were in a group. Right. You know what I'm saying? We become friends on Facebook.
Right.
But we don't want you to have, I don't want to say fake friends, but fake friends, right? Because just because somebody has clicked on your profile doesn't make them a friend. And we want you to understand what true friendship is about. And true friendship, you know what I'm saying, it literally starts from God, because he gave us the blueprint of what a friend looks like.
Exactly. Remember, the Bible tells us how we are supposed to deal with relationships. Every single thing that we go through, God has it in the Word. In the Word. You study the Word, go to that maybe particular subject, and you're right there. And it's right there on what we need to do. So
what we're saying to you is not anything foreign. It's not anything that we're making up. Go to the Word. Because I even had to put out, during this, fast that we are in, I had to pull out my application Bible. Yeah, I had to go a little deeper, guys.
Right.
Because I had, it's also about getting back to that first love too.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because I had been forgetting some things. I had, kind of laid God on the sideline. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the first love. He wasn't the first priority. Right. Oh my God. Exactly. I know you're like, Pam, are you admitting that? Yes, I am.
Well,
I am.
Exactly. I do that too. Sometimes you have a schedule of things you have to get done that day, and you're like,
wait, did I speak to God today?
I didn't talk to God today. That's not good. And then you find that as you do your tasks, you're like, you're either tired, things happen.
Oh, there's no joy in the task.
There's no joy. Yeah, there's no joy. So yeah, you just have to, I guess, just remember just to put him first, because
he is your first love.
He is
your absolute first love, your absolute best friend, the one who is absolutely looking out for you.
Right.
Because even God gave me, as I think through things, because God gives me a lot of stuff, and y'all don't even want to see, all the notes, all the papers that because I pick up a piece of paper, just start writing, right? So in my thought process, I was, praying to God, and just He gave me this, I am not a friend of the enemy. He does not direct me. He does not guide me in any way, right? And that's what I want to say with you.
Right.
Because the enemy, you think, shows up in some kind of tangible way, or you can actually see him. No, he can show up in friends. He can show up in people pretending to be a friend, or trying to connect with you for whatever reason. You have to have a discerning ability to stand in the gap for yourself. God is in the gap so that Satan doesn't, overtake us.
Right.
But God gives you discerning power and wisdom for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
He specifically, as Gloria was talking about, in His Word, will direct your steps, will tell you what His promises are, will tell you how to get there, how to manage your life, how to love people, how to show up for people, and you know what, and even how to let go of folks.
Exactly.
You grab a hold of Him.
It's a roadmap. That's really what the Bible is. It's a roadmap to life.
That's good.
Yeah, to life.
It's a roadmap.
Yes. And that
y'all better let God direct y'all.
Yes.
I gotta do it.
Exactly. And the thing is that we need to realize our worth. We need to realize our value, because if we know that, just innately inside of us, then we are going to actually know how to discern. We're going to know to discern in the Bible, but we're going to need to know how to discern and say, okay, she just made a comment on my social media that was a negative comment that I really didn't need to hear right now. How about I'm not friends with her, because I really don't know her anyway, because I just wanted to just up my friend list. Let's just delete her.
Always wanting to up her friend list.
Let's just delete her, because I'm just saying, not saying, we're supposed to still love, right? We're supposed to still love, but that doesn't mean
the love of Christ.
Right, but that doesn't mean we still have to engage. We still have to be around. That's the key.
Stop disengagement.
Yes.
Who really cares? So I like to give examples. So I was watching this episode of Dr. Phil with DMX on there. Yes. I don't know if I'm not saying I'll be all into DMX, but I'm just trying to tell you. Okay, I love myself and Dr. Phil.
Right.
So I was watching this episode, and so Dr. Phil, likes to get his tweeters and all the things that he asks. He'll read a comment or whatever. And so he was reading a comment to DMX about, some lady and what they said. I can't even remember what it was. And he said, no. And Dr. Phil said, well, how do you respond to that, DMX? He said, I'm not going to respond to that. I don't know her. That's what we're trying to tell you.
Yes.
Stop with this craziness. You don't even know these folks, right? And you just going back toe to toe with people, letting them ruin your day,
right?
That like their opinion. Do they get you up every day? Do they help you get out the door and go to work?
Right.
Do they show up to you when you ain't got food in your house and you need to go to the? I don't think they do.
Exactly.
So my point is, and as I'm saying this because I'm one that absolutely knows who I am in God, how He sees me.
Amen.
And even with saying that, sometimes I'd be like, God, how you love me like that? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God, how you show up for me like that? How you do that, right?
Right.
Even I be questioning my God, right?
Yes.
So sometimes, let me tell you, some people might tell you, hey, don't question God, but I'm here to tell you, what do you say, Gloria?
Yeah.
He's big enough to receive it.
He is.
He's big enough to ask for you to ask the question and Him give you an answer. Because ain't that what, I don't remember where it was, but they were trying to find some righteous people and it got down to one or two. And God still showed up. He had to come all the way down from
because
50,
where He says
number 50.
Exactly. Because where He says 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, that's where I am in the midst.
And me and Gloria are, excuse me, my tongue just got twisted. Me and Gloria are here for you, right?
Yes,
We're the two in the midst with you.
Exactly.
Right? It could just be you standing by yourself,
right,
doing this love month.
Yes.
But we are standing with you.
Yes, we
and
are.
So what you're praying for is what we're all standing in agreement. Now, we may
Amen.
not know specifically what you're praying for, but we know that God prays for all of us. Just like,
Amen.
I don't know if it's really in the Bible or if it's just a song. You know, pray for me like you prayed for John.
Yes. I think that is a song.
It is a song, but I don't know if it's in the Bible.
Okay.
Oh,
I see what you're saying. Okay.
But it's an absolutely beautiful song, right? And so in those moments that we don't know what to pray or how we need to get to the next level or how we need to move past a relationship or a situation,
right.
Know that God knows. Know that He has the ability to show up for you, even if it's just in hearing our conversation. And we are the moving forces to encourage you today. Let it be so. And then give God the praise and glory for it.
Exactly. And I wanted to add too about loneliness, because loneliness is from Satan. And it is a beast. I mean, we've all been there. We've all been lonely. But just understand that in that loneliness, please push yourself through and understand that God's word is our love letter. It's our love letter. It's His love letter to us. And for us to be pulled out of whatever situation we're in.
Y'all better pull out your love letters.
Yes, pull it out. Pull it out. Dust it off. Some of you dust it off. And open it up. And open it up. I promise you that you won't be the same.
Good stuff.
You won't be the same.
His Bible His word is the love letters.
Exactly.
Oh my God,
I know, right?
Okay, guys, we're going to drop the mic right there, right? We're going to leave you right there. And if what we have said has been encouraging and motivating for you and you want to hear more conversations from us, we want you to subscribe, like, and share. And then hit that notification bell and leave your girls a comment. My voice is just getting twisted today. No, it's not. I'm having a senior moment.
Well, you know, we all have our moments.
I'm having a senior moment. It is just, oh my God, working against me today. Okay? But nonetheless. Okay, Gloria's going to close us out.
Ay, los vemos y recuerda que tu voz importa.
What Gloria is saying, for those of us that don't speak Spanish, see you later and remember to use your voice. Okay, guys, we'll talk to you later.
Bye.